Hello, Mr. Pete.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
Yeah, not bad at all. It is fucking boiling here.
Yep, it's going to be worse tomorrow.
30 odd degrees in super well insulated houses with no air conditioning. That's what
Yeah,
we want.
yeah, yeah,
That's what
exactly.
we want. It was that bad. I was actually looking at air conditioning units on Amazon,
Really?
and I was like, yeah, because at the moment electricity ain't too bad. It's the gas that fucks you. So I was
Yeah,
like, if it does get too bad, but we've got this system now where we have the curtains drawn on whatever side the house the sun is on the
yep,
house,
yep.
which has worked a treat so far. But it just means all the windows open. You can hear the whole world and his wife all the time.
Yeah, I have to do that in this room because the sun hits it about 2 o'clock and it's like an absolute oven.
Yeah,
It's quite nice now.
yeah, yeah. It's not so bad this time of night, but fuck me. And the thing is, I was in the office all day, so
Right.
lovely air conditioned,
Yeah,
absolutely.
that's
I
the
was
thing,
like,
isn't it?
yeah, I was like, oh, this is all right. I can get used to this. And then as soon as you go out and walk to the car, I got
You're like,
got to the car. I was like, fuck me, it's hot. And then I opened the car and I was like hit by like a wall of
yeah, yeah.
flame. I
40-degree
yeah,
flame, yeah.
I felt like fucking Sarah Connor in Terminator 2. When I,
Just up against the chain link fence.
yeah, it's like fuck
Yeah,
me, like
I know.
it's hot. So yeah. So while we're making ball soup over here in Dear Old Blighty, we have Toy Mafia, who chimed in at 6:45. Nice.
Yep.
In the morning, that is. That's not.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
no,
yeah.
PM. A few
Yeah.
hours ago. KJ Smith, Ryan, and Badfish. Hello.
Good evening, all.
So, I think we've got a pretty good show today. We've got
Yeah, yeah.
a packed show sheet compared to normal because I think Hot Toys are panicking a little bit and getting shit out when they. I think
Yeah,
they
it's squeaky bottom time if you've got a load of pre-orders in the
I'm so glad I cancelled a lot of mine.
yeah,
I'd be on
yeah,
my
and
ass.
it's it's not a good time for mere mortals either. So with
No,
the price of bloody petrol,
everything. Everything has been designed to dry fuck me in the arse.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
it's just appalling. Um, so yeah, so so I'm just looking at the chat here. Bob Dylan is wasting no time in going into £500 repaints.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I saw those. Saw those today.
Yeah,
So hi Bob, hi Sean.
got Sean twice, nice.
Yep.
Yeah, so look, let's not waste any more time. People want us to crack on. So let's have a look at what we picked up in the last fortnight.
New this fortnight.
Go on
Yeah.
then, Mr.
So
P.
weirdly, by a strange coincidence, I picked up a Nightmare Batman this week, but it's not the re-release one that's just come out today. That would be pretty amazing if I got him today. Since I don't live in Hong
Boom.
Kong.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I. So this is the first release, and obviously we'll get on to the new version in a few slides' time. But I think this came with the 1/6 kit custom jacket and face scarf, and if you look at the new one, that's definitely an area they've improved. Yeah, the jacket is definitely a lot more like this, more sort of a suede darker colour compared to the original one that was more like a pleather and a better scarf. So I think they've made some improvements to the new one, but I think apart from the jacket and the scarf, which as I say has just brought them up to the kind of level of the OSK one or the Daft Toys one. I think it's pretty much the same. Yeah, I'm a serial upgrader of Batmans. I've decided that I only have room for one Batman in my collection, and I just kind of get bored with them. I had the SSR Batman that you sold me. He's up for sale now if anyone's after one.
I
I've
was
always
tempted.
yeah.
Just got no cash, so I was like, no.
No, I know. Well, yeah, I'd do you a better deal than that, obviously. But yeah. So I've always fancied just having this guy in hand because it just looks really cool. You know, he's got a lot of stuff. It's a very unique look. so I picked this guy up, and yeah, I love him. So he's now the Batman of the moment. Whether he'll last or not, I don't know. But to me, there's never been what I would consider like a perfect Batman figure in my eyes. So it's always transitioning. But yeah, it's a great figure. I think it's worth it. I kind of basically got the extra stuff thrown in for free, and yeah, it's really good. Not easy to pose because obviously he's got the rubber suit underneath. I did try to get his left hand in under the barrel of the rifle, but it's very hard to kind of keep it in place because it wants to spring back. So I've just kind of gone for this fairly simple pose at the moment with a bit of wind blowing his jacket around. But yeah, it's really cool, and I was tempted when they reissued it. I was going to kind of see, there's almost like there's like actual dedicated groups now that are set up to split this 2-pack out.
Yeah, I've noticed.
Yeah, and it's quite good because there seems to be an almost equal amount of people that want one or the other. It wouldn't work if everybody wanted just the one, but yeah, managed to get him, and obviously doing it this way, you get his box and bits and pieces, because that's the only thing that will be the sticking point for splitting the 2-pack is who gets the box or who wants the box or what have you.
The thing is, you're always fucked with that, because one of you comes away with no box, and people go, well, it reduced the value of the figure, and you think, well, you always, even if you sold it tomorrow loose, you'll always get your money back.
Yeah.
And then the person who ends up with, say they get the Superman and the box is then more of a hindrance because you've got this fucking massive box for this one figure. That if you ever went to sell it, you'd pretty much be going, well, you might as well be selling it loose. I'm not interested in a box with half the bits.
Because it'd be like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
the box of no benefit to anyone when you split the pair.
No, and like when I bought that Murphy from you, I've already got the battle damage one, so that made sense for me to have the box, and then Dave had the loose Robocop, because then obviously if I ever come to sell them whatever, then I could put them both together and have that as a set. But it's great figure. So if you're getting the new one and you've not had this guy in hand, it's really good. It's really good.
Yeah, it's one of the Batmen that I always regret not picking up, because I like my Batman, right? I've got a few. And that's always one that I look at and go, because I opted for the regular kind of Batman, and then I ended up fucking painting it and dicking about with it. Mm-hmm. But this, I've always been super tempted, but the price has always put me off.
Yeah, I got him for I think about £240, and then including the extra kit, which was probably about £40, so not too bad. Probably about the same as what people are going to be splitting off the new guy for. So.
Equal parting out anything, even a Chewbacca comb.
I don't think I even got a comb with my Chewbacca.
I did, and I fucking lost it, and then I ended up. Yeah, mine looks a bit like he's got dandruff because I put a load of fake snow in once for that really cool effect. But yeah. Bob Dylan comes up with a good point. Funny you mention it. I think that's why they redesigned their 2-pack. So Scarecrow and Batman came in separate boxes and were easy to split up, which is bad for business.
Yeah, it's a good point. I think it depends what kind of collector you are. I think you and me, we're quite happy to have a loose figure if we can, get it a bit cheaper. And
honestly, my loft can't put up with any more boxes.
No, mine's pretty rammed. And it took me forever to find the SSR one. I buried it like right at the back behind everything. No, I'm completely the opposite. If I'm never going to display it, I might as well get some money back for it. So,
and I've said this before, but hey John, hello.
Yay!
Jump on, mate.
Good to see you, mate. Yeah. Not been on ever. Come on.
Yeah, since I got that fucking thing, I'm a lot less bothered about accessories, because I can go print and then it doesn't take me long to paint up, and I've got an additional accessory, so if I can get a bit of cash for something I'm never going to use, then fuck it, I'll take it.
Me too, and I think that's how you got to survive the way the things are going, price wise. So Yeah.
Particularly like when you got like in-arc with little metal bullets and shit. I'm like, don't charge me for that. I don't fucking want that.
Well, no,
Like,
no, you're just going to lose them, or use it or lose. You know, you just it'll ping off under the sofa, and you'll never find it.
Yeah, just as soon as you drop it on carpet, I'm gone.
And then the trouble is, you come to sell it, and someone will go, "Oh, it's only got 5 of the 6 bullets. Oh, I want to knock 50 quid off that." And you're like, really?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
so it's more grief than they're worth, aren't they?
Oh, big time. Big time. Yeah. So yeah, good pickup there, Pete. I like that.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah. So I got a loose. So caveat to this: that head is an Inigo head that I already had. So I've had a Return of the Jedi Luke since the very first Sideshow one first came out, and then I upgraded to the Hot Toys one, and then I was like, right, I don't want 20 different versions of it. But I've always liked the newer Sideshow version because I've always thought the clothes look better. Because the way I used to have this, I used to have the Hot Toys clothing, the Sideshow belt, and the Indigo head.
Yeah.
Now, on eBay, someone was selling. He had it on for like 150 quid, and it was a loose Sideshow Luke, the new one. It was missing. It just came with a set of hands, a blaster, the body, head, clothes. That was it. So it literally was very much the Jabba's Palace kind of look.
Yeah.
Now I wasn't really interested in the head before fight, so I just chucked a bid in of like so I chucked the best offer in of like 80 quid.
Right.
And then he came back and was like 90, and I was about to just go, oh fuck it, can't be asked, because it was just one of those. If I get it, I get it, because I'm pretty skint. If I get it. Happy days. If not, good to lose it. I thought, I'll go 85. So I chucked another offer in of 85 back, and he accepted. So for happy days, and then he must have I thought it was pretty good. So I thought fair plays to him. He posted it via the slowest method known to man. Like it must have been attached to the back of a cat and just shoved out the window. It was so fucking slow.
Was it Yodel by any chance?
No, it was Royal Mail, but it must have been like Royal Mail. Because normally, if you send anything Royal Mail and you go first class, so if you go first class signed for, it normally turns up at the same time as special delivery. There's really no difference other than the insurance. Like anything over 50 quid, always go signed for. You're insured for like 250. Little postage tip. But so it took ages to turn up. And when it turned up, I was like, right, I'm going to swap the body out because all Sideshow bodies are shit. I'm going to swap the boots out because I don't. From the pictures I'd seen of it, not a big fan of the boots.
Yeah.
I've got a load of black hands and gloves and shit like that, so it's not a problem. I can chuck the belt back on it. And I got it out and I was like, actually, this body is quite stiff. I really like the proportions. I like the tailoring of the clothes. I think if you're going, so in my head, so I've still got the Hot Toys one that I've actually put the head of this on, and I've ordered one of the knockoff Luke ones that I'm going to paint up. But I was like, actually, I really like this as it is, and I've got enough Luke bits to kind of fudge in the bits on this. So I took the head off and stuck my Inigo head back on, messed about with some of the Hot Toys hands and swapped them over. But the tailoring on this Luke is absolutely fantastic. It puts the Hot Toys really one to shame. Like there's no fat suit, it just fits perfectly.
Well, that's the problem with the Hot Toys one. It was tailored for the fat suit. It looks shit with the fat suit on. You take the fat suit off, and it's too baggy.
So what I did with my Hot Toys one was on the trousers, I put a slit down the back, folded it round, sewed it up, and then did the same with the top, where I folded it at the bottom, like just above the waistband, folded it over and put a stitch in, and that pulled it all in. So I'd done a fair bit of work to the Hot Toys one, but that's just going to end up being my Sail Barge version because I don't really want to get rid of it. So I just thought, fuck it, I'll do it, I'll keep it. And but this is now my like go-to Luke. I just need a few more black gloved hands, but it's and the good thing is the split boots I really thought were just going to be horseshit, but actually once they're on, I can't tell there's a split in it very easily.
No, you can't really see it there. I think the black helps, doesn't it?
Yeah, and it helps you get so much more range out of it. So yeah, I'm absolutely in love with it. I just wish that they'd sorted the head out and tweaked that a bit, because actually, if it because I know Xavi were doing this a couple of days ago, they had the whole complete figure, boxed everything, 180.
Okay.
And actually, because you get the 3 different looks all in the one thing, you get to punch all the other stuff.
Yeah.
It's only that head that stops it from just peaking. So yeah, I'm very
and if you've already got a custom head like we've got, then it's not an issue anyway.
Yeah. I mean, because I don't. To me, if you want a decent look, Inigo sculpt is the best out there.
Yeah.
The Hot Toys ones look fine, but this just looks better to me.
Yeah.
So Bearfish, just out of curiosity, whether you know Josh Jones or Frank Yeager, 2 customized in the UK, absolutely love. Yes, Frank Yeager does a lot of unsurprisingly because of the name, does a lot of Metal Gear stuff, and Josh Jones I've seen about a bit. Yeah, they're both good guys. But yeah, so for once I finally got a pickup. I finally bought something.
Yeah, it's been a while, mate.
It has been a while. It scratched that itch.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I was looking at my collection going, I don't need more than 1 Luke. And now I have 2 with a 3rd one coming. And I'm like, okay, right. But
that'll be the Snowspeeder pilot one, yeah?
When Sideshow pulls their finger out, yeah.
Yeah, mine landed in the UK today, so hopefully I might have that in the next couple of days. Not through Sideshow, so yeah.
Yeah. No. Well, everyone else on Sideshow seems to have got theirs.
Yeah, I know. It's odd, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, they don't have any rhyme or reason as to how they do stuff. It's just it seems that some people get theirs and others don't.
Yeah.
So that was our pickup. So let's go straight into
new releases.
So we have Condom Iron Man. So this is the Marvel Comics Iron Man, £301 plus postage. Now, I will say this: I have seen someone on the Facebook groups who has removed all of this plastic shit that is on it. It looks really good without it. So the problem is now I've seen that picture, because I could have ignored the plastic shit.
Yeah.
But now I've seen it without. I'm like, no, it has to go. Like the plastics just offends me too much. I just can't do it.
Yeah. Does it not have like swap out pieces?
I don't believe it does. So someone said that these clip off, but I don't think they do.
Yeah, only that when on Justin's review, I didn't watch the whole thing, but he had like those chest pieces there.
Yeah.
He had the clear one, and then he had like a red painted one next to it.
Right.
But I don't know if that came with the set or whether he,
done something.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I thought this was all just stuck on and that was it.
I did as well, but
every photo I've seen, they're always on. There's nothing else on there. They do come off.
I mean, it may only be those pieces and not everything else, but
I'd straight away take them off because I just don't get them.
No.
Equan said, so this must be what Bob was on about.
Yeah.
The same person on Facebook group should in commission with plastic removed for 500 with the figure included. Yeah, I don't think that's too bad.
That's not bad with the figure included. Yeah, I thought it was on top. I was like, what's a bit steep, but so this guy was released for about 5 minutes last show, and then was whisked back to Hot Toys, and now he's back out. So I don't know what the issue was with the base, but
I like that picture on the right hand side, Iro Man.
Yeah,
brilliant.
He's off to work. He's off to the office with his briefcase.
Yeah, off he goes. Off he goes to work. It's a long day. It's a long day.
Yeah.
So yeah, look, I think as it is, I'm not a fan. I think if £500, well, $500. So what's that? Like 400 and something quid for us.
Yeah.
Is punching up there a bit for what I want to spend on the figure, but it does look excellent. So
yeah,
swings and roundabouts.
Yeah, it's a cool look.
And then while we're on the Marvel train, we got the Hot Toys WandaVision. Well, Wanda Vision. Yeah, Vision. For 211 quid plus postage. This is bargain basement all day long.
Yeah, just boring.
I've seen people pumping these out already quickly, for cheap. Yeah. So
the guy's dead. I mean, come on.
But this is the problem with them announcing figures from TV series this late in the day.
Yeah.
People don't give a shit. The hype's gone. Like we're already on bloody Miss Marvel now. That's like 3 fucking Marvel TV series ago.
Yeah.
And as we said before, a lot of these are one and done. I don't go back and rewatch the Marvel stuff.
No.
So, yeah,
it's never been a particular favourite character of mine, and the first figure was okay. If you're a Marvel completist and you haven't got him, then you probably pick him up for a pretty good price, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, it doesn't do anything for me.
No.
And that crotch looks a bit funny, doesn't it? It's got a diaper on, nappy on.
It's like someone's just shoved the hose down his trousers and fucking filled it up.
Yeah,
it's just very.
He's got some water retention there.
Yeah. It's like someone's just been repeatedly kicked in the testicles and they've swollen up to a gigantic size. It's not.
No.
Not great at all for me.
No.
But it's going to be someone's cup of tea. So God bless you.
Yeah.
It's because I was listening to the other guys on the drive in, and they were like, well, you don't be negative for negative sake. And I'm like, no, fuck this, it's shit. No one likes it.
We're gonna we've got that covered. We don't like it, we say so.
Yeah, we've got that in the bag. And then we have the Hot Toys Miles Morales for £229 plus postage. So this is from Into the Spider-Verse. If I'm honest, I think the Young Rich one is better.
Okay.
I just think the animated style of paint they did better.
Yeah.
I think the mask particular just doesn't look great. I think that needs to be material.
Right, yeah.
Particularly when you're doing this animated thing, it just doesn't look right. It just don't look good.
1/6 fix. Tell us how you really feel.
Yeah.
Okay, we will.
We will.
Yeah.
Don't you worry.
So does the Young Rich one come with all of the same stuff, like all these civvy stuff, or is it just the
So there was a couple of different versions. So I think the end battle version, you got kind of this middle look as well. I don't think you got that right look with the joggers and stuff. But I just think. But the thing is, the Young Rich one is super expensive because of the way it's gone. So every time I've looked for a complete one, it's always been up there. It would be good if Hot Toys carried on this line, but I just can't see them doing it. So
you've got the next film coming, haven't we? So I suppose they'll probably announce some figures from that. So it may well be that there'll be more figures, but they'll be a way off. I think it looks quite good. You get a lot of stuff with it. That Spider-Man suit's my favourite thing in the set. I love that.
The one in the bag that Stan Lee sells him.
Yeah, I love it. It's
I do
brilliant.
like that. Yeah.
That's really good.
I do like it. I like the sneakers.
Yeah.
It's just the funny thing is if you go for the unlicensed, you don't have to buy decals or anything. You can just away you go. But a set of decals on those and sorts them out, no worries.
Yeah. It's not a big issue. Or you can even buy. I know you can get other shoes and stuff if you're really fussy about it. But I think it looks alright.
The fucker's got some thick ankles there though.
He has. Yeah.
It doesn't look like that ankle should be able to go into that shoe. It's like the shoe's smaller than his like width wise is.
Yeah.
Smaller than his. Yeah, it's probably the angle of the dangle, but it just don't look. It looks weird. It does look weird. But
yeah.
But
so the only other figure they've released is the Gwen, isn't it? Spider Gwen.
Have Hot Toys done that, or was that Young Rich again? I get with the Spider Gwen. There's about fucking 20.
I think Hot Toys have got one, but maybe it's not out yet.
I can't remember.
I'm sure there's one coming.
If anyone in the chat knows, let us know. But cannot remember. Cool. So, as we mentioned before, we also have the Hot Toys Nightmare Batman and Black Suit Superman. It's a 2-pack for £435 plus postage. Looks fine. I think I'm glad, like you said before, I'm glad that they fixed the coat and the scarf. It looks a million times better.
Yeah, definitely.
The Superman looks great, but it's just a black version of what we had before.
Yeah.
And to be honest, it saves having to paint one.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of people have done the paint job, so and as we said before, I think a lot of people have already that pre-ordered this have already got an arrangement to split it with somebody else. So that that's the box aside, could cause issues, but yeah, you probably get them at a fairly decent price if you're gonna.
Equal Hot Toys has awareness.
Sure it was.
It might shoot up a bit now that.
Yeah, it was a few shows ago because I think it comes with Spider Ham, doesn't it?
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. I remember now. I remember.
Yeah.
But I think.
These look good. The only thing I've never liked about that Superman ever since the Justice League one is the size of his thighs. They're huge, like weirdly huge, and a bit short as well. I feel, but the upper body from there looks great, but from down there to the boots doesn't work for me.
The problem I have with these kind of really tight suits and it being on now, two things. It being on a jointed body means you have this really weird like elbows, so he ends up with Popeye arms. So he's got these giant forearms like he's been wanking for days, which you don't get on people. Like it doesn't go like if one had elbows like that, you break your arm instantly. Like it doesn't work like that. Mm-hmm. But obviously it's a figure, and you kind of got to have that. Unless you go seamless, then you run the risk of it tearing inside and trapping the suit and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Hello, my man. Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
But I'm with you. Like I think ever since the BVS Superman, those thighs are fucking huge. But when you see him in the suit in real life, he's all in proportion.
I know, yeah.
So
weird.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why Hot Toys went. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to make this man thick of the thigh and do it.
And they've stuck with it. It's not like they did it once and people said, "Oh, hang on a minute, that's not right," and they've changed it. It's stuck with it, and that's what's always put me off buying that. Yeah. That Superman, because I just can't live with that. Whereas I think with the Batman, thing I like about the Nightmare one is I always had a little bit of a problem with the bottom half of him as well, because I think a lot of people put ankle extenders on and stuff like that. So I think by having the combat trousers on, it kind of takes that away. That's what I quite like about it. Kind of, and obviously you've got the coat kind of covers up any bunching of the upper suit as well. So it's it's good. You can get some good poses out of it without compromising the look.
Yeah. I like the Nightmare Batman because no one's tempted to just give him this massive cock that they seem to do with the BVS one.
Yeah, the big Ben.
Yeah, that's it.
Someone will still do it. Someone will still do it underneath those. Yeah.
100%.
I know. It's yeah.
The bat schlong has to come out.
Yeah, it's bizarre.
But if you got these two, you're going to be interested in the Flashpoint Studios Doomsday, the Lightning Man. It's a bit of a mouthful. 162 quid plus postage, with lots of pointless die-cast bits.
75% metal.
75% metal, and it will even sell drugs to minors as well, apparently. So yeah, I think this figure's pretty cool. Like if you picked up the double pack, this is a no-brainer for 162. I mean, if you're already throwing out 435 quid plus postage, what's another 160 quid?
Well, exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, I quite like this. I like the way that they make a big deal about his feet being able to bend for some reason. It's always a bit fucking weird when they do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not a. It's
no, we were just saying
quite a nice price point.
Yeah, we were just saying before we came on, I hadn't seen the in hand. You said you'd seen a couple, but they weren't very good shots. So obviously, I haven't got any actual production photos available at the moment. So we'll assume that it's come out looking pretty decent. But
yeah, looking close to what it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So that was everything that came out. Nice and quick. To be honest, I don't think there was anything there that I was like, I must have it straight away.
No.
I think the Nightmare Batman and Black Suit Superman have kind of won that for me. That's probably the best ones that have come out so far.
I suppose the big news is that's 4 Hot Toys releases in a week. So as you said, they're really playing catch up now, and stuff is coming thick and fast. Yeah,
100%. So let's go straight into
Coming soon.
Oh, you dirty bastard. So, Hot Toys Dead Strange, £326 out July to September 2023. I quite like this. Now, I haven't seen the film, so I'm not as bent out of shape about the hair as everyone else.
You better watch it on Wednesday next week.
Yes, I'm off next week as well, so I've booked some time off.
So it'll be that and the final Obi-Wan episode.
Yeah. I've warned my missus. I'm not doing anything in the morning.
I'm unavailable for the day. Yeah.
It's all about Obi-Wan. So yeah, I quite like this. I think the accessories you get are good. And I am counting the many arms as accessories here.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got no issue
I
with
think I saw the movie. I enjoyed it. I think this is kind of the best bit of it, really. Without spoilers, this is to do with being able to kind of put your consciousness into a different version of yourself in another universe, and the one that he needs to be in. The only Doctor Strange is dead, so he kind of breaks the natural laws and stuff. So he comes out. In the film, he's got his hair kind of tied back in like a samurai kind of thing, and I can't remember whether and obviously by the time he takes over the body, he's been dead quite some time because obviously he's decayed. So it may well be that the hairband disintegrated or something. I can't remember if once he becomes Dead Strange whether or not his hair is loose or tied back. So you can make a note of that and check it when you watch it Wednesday. But I don't think it matters. It's not a deal breaker. It's a great piece with the wings and everything. Massive display. Difficult to know what you'd pair it up with, and obviously if you're going to get the Scarlet Witch, that's a good match for it. Or if you're going down the zombies route, I know they've teased Cap, haven't they, in Zombie? And we've had the Iron Man
and Deadpool
one
as well, I think.
Yeah, so you could go with the little zombie.
Have we had the Iron Man? Has that been
No,
yet?
it's not been released, but it's imminent, isn't it? It must be soon.
I'd be tempted to get them and put them in my Evil Dead collection.
That'd be cool.
Marvel versus Army of Darkness. Oh, thanks, Lane. Thank you very much.
Cheers, Lane.
Hey, what do you guys think of the White Vision figure coming? I think it's the better of the two. I'd much rather have that one than the other one, if I'm honest. So cheers to that, mate. Thanks very much.
I think there was a third party one. I don't think Hot Toys have ever solicited one, have they?
What, white Vision?
White
one. They put it in pre-order.
Oh, okay. Was it much after that one, or was it about the same time?
Don't think it was that far behind.
No, so it must be out soon then. It's
Hot Toys. It probably won't be.
Yeah, it's probably more interesting look, to be honest, of the two. But again, I'm so out of Marvel now that, apart from obviously having a couple of Spider-Men back, but I think it's cool. It's good to see it. I think people have been saying that it's probably going to be quite a low volume seller just because of the price and because it's quite specific, and it's been one of those ones that just flies up in value when people come looking for it in a few years' time. But I'm not saying that it's worth buying as an investment because you never know. But I don't think you can go wrong if you buy it. It's going to certainly hold its value.
Yeah, it looks good. I do like it. So we've also got the Hot Toys Marvel Comics Stealth Iron Man, and it's exactly the same as the other one, but blue, because they are balls deep in the Iron Man line.
There we are. Lane's just asked us if we're going to talk about the Origins Iron Man series. Here we are.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, I've got really nothing to say about this other than...
So this is basically the same as the one that's just come out, but without the horrible plastic bits on and in blue.
Oh no, it's still got the plastic bits. You just don't.
Oh, has it? You just can't see them. Yeah.
And you don't get that really cool stand. You just get a repurposed Force Awakens stand.
Yeah. Yeah. It does look better. I think if it looks like that in hand, as you say, the plastic is a lot less noticeable.
Yeah, I think this has to be a lot cheaper than the standard.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just, you can't paint it blue and give us less shit and charge us more, or the
No.
Because that other standard with the standard edition is quite good. You get quite a lot of accessories.
Yeah. You got the suitcase with the screens and bits and pieces, but But yeah, I think it looks alright. Looks cool. I don't know the any of the storylines or anything from the comics. I'm sure Lane can fill us in.
I used to really like the animated series in the 90s, and it kind of...
Oh, yeah.
The original one looks a lot like that. So
that's on Disney now, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
I mean to start watching them.
They're really good.
One of the best theme tunes
X-Men,
ever. Yeah.
And what I like about it is there's lots of crossovers between all the 90s animated ones at that time.
Yeah.
So you end up introduced to a lot of stuff. So, unsurprisingly, we've also got War Machine.
Yep.
So, obviously, we have no prices on these as of yet. Now, the War Machine, I really fucking like. This looks awesome. Again, they put some plastic shit on it for whatever reason. But he looks very sad. On the right.
He does. On the right,
very
I feel
sad.
really bad for him. He's like he's got that quivering lip thing that he's about to cry.
So,
and he looks like he's got a bit like he's got one of those sumo belt things on as well. You know, the big padded thing they have on.
I mean, it's comic accurate. They were like that at the time.
Oh yeah.
Like,
yeah.
But it just doesn't help at the moment. He looks like he's very sad that he shit his pants.
Yeah.
But on the whole, I think it looks pretty cool. I do. Like, I've always had a soft spot for War Machine. I think his armour looks way better than anything that Iron Man's ever pumped out.
Yeah.
Big, badass, lots of weapons.
And it's the first time we've ever seen some abs on a War Machine as well, I think. But I think Hot Toys... Yeah, I think Hot Toys proving that the Iron Man franchise is never dead, and there's always somewhere else they can go to bring out some more figures. So I think Bob's trying to do some English impressions there.
Yeah, he's on about tea. Yeah, exactly. Caffeinated coffee fan. If only didn't have the plastic crap. Yeah. 100%. I'm with you on that one. So we've got a figure without plastic crap now, but it will haunt your fucking dreams. This is the X06 Michael Burton, 186, out July to September 2022 this year.
You're not a fan?
I like the accessories. I like the tailoring. I think they look really good. I'm not a fan of the head sculpts. The head sculpt from the side on.
Yeah, it looks fine on the
good.
left. Yeah.
The one on the right though. No.
Yeah. It's one of those ones. I think on that sort of 3/4 view on the left, it looks fine. It's a little bit alien-y on the right, isn't it? Maybe the eyes are a bit too far apart. But yeah, it looks good. The weapons are really cool. I was going to talk a bit about Discovery in TV and film, and then I thought I can't be bothered. It's just really gone downhill. I've just finished season 4 with my mate, and we were just like, if we'd not watched any of that, and we just watched the next series, I don't think we'd have lost anything.
No. So my problem with Discovery is as soon as they went, it's on Paramount and you've got to pay something else now to watch it.
Yeah.
I was very much like, fuck you.
Fuck off.
It wasn't that good of a series to make me want to pay another subscription.
No, you're right, and we basically we weren't going to bother, and then we'd run out of stuff to watch because I see him once a week, so we
Zach was so confused.
Yeah, I know. It's always a weird. I mean, yeah, that's one of the weirdest things. Like we alternate, so he'll come to me one week, and we wanted something to watch, so we just went a tenner each, which wasn't so bad. But it was really, really lackluster compared to like Picard. What I'm hearing about Strange New Worlds, because Paramount launches, doesn't it, on the 22nd, I think. Paramount Plus in the UK, so it's either a $5.99, $6.99 a month, or apparently if you subscribe to Sky Cinema, you get it for free. So he's got Sky, so we'll be able to watch Strange New Worlds, which I'm looking forward to because that's getting really good reviews.
Strange New Worlds is the one I want to watch. I'm not remotely bothered about anything else on there.
No.
Really not.
So back to Burnham. I think, I think it's everything, as you say. Everything is spot on. Head sculpt you can get away with if you kind of angle it right. I'm not sure how deep into Discovery XO6 will go because it's not. I think she's been quite popular, but from what I understand, it's not very high numbers. And a lot of these, as we've said before, they do sell out quite quickly. And I think that's the model that Nanjing wants. He wants them to sell out, be done, onto the next one.
I just don't see the Discovery line doing very well because it's just not that popular.
No,
it's the Force Awakens of Star Trek. People just
exactly. And I don't know who else you want. If you might want Saru, but I don't know if they're going to make a bespoke body for him with his funny. They did
show him though, didn't they? They did show him at one of the expos, but it's whether or not they pump him out and like mass produce him.
So yes, it's the first figure from Discovery, but I think it's not for me. But this next one is very much
100%.
me.
Yeah. 100%.
So this is the motion picture figures. So things have changed a little bit. So they originally Kirk and Spock were going to launch as a 2-pack, and it was going to be a limited run. It's what Nanjing calls his like filler stuff. So when they've got downtime between say the Burnham and some of the Voyager stuff that's coming at the moment, they've just kept the factory running. So they're bringing out these fairly simple figures. So it's basically just, I think, the figure in their uniform and maybe a spare set of hands, so you don't get anything with them. But I've read recently on the forum that they outsourced Spock to another company, and they're running a bit behind, so they decided to release them as separate ones. So Kirk is meant to release in July, or be sent out in July, so pre-orders should go up for that soon. That's him in his Admiral's outfit from the start of the film. I'm quite tempted, and I think it might be around about the 140-50 mark because it's quite bare bones.
A banging price.
Yeah, and then Spot will follow next, so that's him in his like Vulcan robes from when he comes onto the Enterprise. And then, so we'd seen them anyway. But the reason I put this picture up is it's the first picture I've seen of Bones. So we're going to get Disco Bones.
I love that.
It's brilliant. So as he turns up in his with his chest out and his big medallion and stuff like that. And the sculpt looks brilliant. I get, like you said about the beard, you're not so sure about the beard and everything, but I think if you from the nose up, it looks brilliant. It looks really good. Better than than the other ones I've seen.
When I say I'm not sure about the beard, I'm just not sure about his actual beard. Like when he in the film, like it's not spot on and it's accurate.
Yeah. It's just a weird look.
It's all a bit 70s porn star.
And it's the next scene, it's gone anyway. But I like that.
Bam.
Yeah, but I think this sculpt looks better than the Ruther Khan one that we saw, who looked to me a little bit like a cross between McCoy and Sulu. To be honest, it was a bit weird, but I like this because he's kind of got that squinty eye and the So I'm in for all three of these. To be honest, I love these three characters.
It's a bit more. I'm a doctor, not a disco sensation.
Yeah, exactly. So probably going to pick these up because that Spock face is amazing as well. Again, that's the best one out of the ones I've shown so far. But I'll be in for the three of them from Ruther Khan as well. So I love them. I think they're great. And then we've got back to the regular releases. 7 and 9 will be next. She's going to go up for pre-order very soon. Looks amazing from what I've seen. We've talked about it before. It's got a bespoke metal body, bits and pieces. So it's going to it'll be more expensive than the other releases, but still.
I never noticed the hand with the tendrils coming out of it. That looks really good.
Yeah. So she's still going to be really good value, I think, compared to what we're used to with Hot Toys and bits and pieces, but maybe a little bit more because they've had to outsource the body. But yeah, it looks really good. That one's going to fly off the shelves. So like we always say with Exo 6, if you, I would sign up to their newsletter because they do email you like the day before stuff's going to go up for pre-order.
Yeah.
So at least then you've got the best chance and you can't really moan if you miss it because they're not Mezco. They don't go out. They don't sell out in a day or an hour. But they have been going within 2 or 3 days. So get in. And yeah, just on the right here, although he's kind of got a flash. Chakotay. So because we've already had Janeway, the hologram Doctor, and Tuvok go up.
Chakotay is the most pointless fucking character in all of Star Trek.
Really? Yeah.
Like, he's just he doesn't do anything, ever. He literally he fucks about with a couple of women. Not even like attractive women. And then, I think, because what happened was apparently he upset a lot of the writers and was always after more scenes and shit like that. So apparently he fucked him right off and they just wrote him shit. So he was just effectively there for a lot of the time, didn't really do anything. And he's such a bad actor. He's so wooden. Like, he popped up in an episode of The New Adventures of Superman. I was like, it's Chakotay. Okay, it's not just his character. He really can't act.
He can't act. Yeah.
He's very wooden, and he's just just not my favourite. The only other thing that always really made me laugh was about Voyager, particularly, was Harry Kim.
Yeah.
Who was just constantly an ensign. He never, ever got, no matter what happened, and then he's Voyager, and all of his crew die, and he's a Harry Kim from an alternative universe. But they just go, fuck it, you're a Harry Kim, we'll have you. And she pretty much tells him, just get on with it. It's like, what the fuck?
It's a bit like they do that in Discovery, don't they? When the Doctor, they kind of grab him from an alternate reality and go, yeah, okay, you look the same. You want to? Yeah, fuck like, the other, like his husband in the other universe.
Yeah, Fuck the man you've been with for like 30 years. No, fuck that.
This one looks the same, and he's really upset that you died. So yeah, it's a bit odd, isn't it? But Exo 6 blazing a trail, and I can't wait to get my first figure from him. I hope that's going to be TMP Kirk.
I'm really looking forward to some of the original series stuff, but I'm all about the next generation. I cannot wait for that. And I think for me it's very strange that they're practically hitting everything else.
I think they've kind of seems to have gone heavy on Voyager at the moment, but I think TNG will have its time, and I think particularly as they're saying that the whole crew is going to be back for Series 3 of Picard.
And that'll Wesley.
Be... Oh, okay.
So he's not, but he was in the last...
He was in the last series, one, wasn't he? So yeah.
You kind of... Because there was all these stuff going, oh, yeah, he's not in it. Why have they shunned him? and then he goes and pops up in the last episode. And you're like, well, that's why.
Yeah, so I think probably by the time that comes out, we'll probably have most of the original TNG crew announced or coming. So yeah,
definitely.
Wait for the hype.
So while we're in space, we've got the Starship Force Lieutenant for 195 quid at Q1 2023. I absolutely love this, and this is a perfect example of how a hat can completely change a sculpt.
Yeah, exactly.
Michael Ironside does not look like that until you put this hat on, and then it's like, fuck yeah.
Yeah,
fuck.
No, you're right. And and that's the look you'd want anyway. I was very tempted because I was tempted to get the Rico, and I didn't. And this one's cool because you get the metal arm with him as well.
Yeah. He was such a good character in Starship Troopers.
Yeah.
He was brilliant. He stole the show for me.
He's always really good, I think, in wherever he's in. He's like an
He
80s legend. Well, that was 90s, but he made his name in the 80s.
He plays a really good bad guy.
Yeah, he does. But yeah, no, everything I heard about the first one was really good. So it would be tempting, but I'm going to pass because I haven't got any room, and I can't really sort of start branching out into another franchise really. So
problem is, if I had the first one, I'd get this, like no brainer. I'd get it.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at then 200 odd quid for this. The other one is only going to have gone up in price, so it's going to be even more. Yeah. So you'd be looking at say 400 or 500 quid for the pair now, and I just can't quite swing it. But it's an excellent figure. Like I think the paint app's really good on it.
Yeah.
It just needs a bit of weathering, and
they're good. They're good to release. It'd be interesting to see if they go.
Mate. I would be all over it.
It'd be interesting to see where they go next. Where they do one of the female characters, or they do like one of the scientists, Neil Patrick Harris, or something like that.
Oh, they have to do Neil Patrick Harris next.
Yeah.
That would be, do a 3-pack. Take my money. That'd be amazing. That'd be absolutely brilliant.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Absolutely amazing. And then, so we now have the big bastard, the infamous Dark Servant, £254 at Q3 2022. He's big, very, very big.
Yes, he is.
Again, I think if you've gone for the 2-pack and you've got a lot of DC stuff, particularly Justice League stuff, this is a bit of a no-brainer. Particularly at 254 quid for the size it's going to be, isn't too bad.
Yeah. So if you're listening to the podcast, this is Steppenwolf, right?
Yes.
From the Snyder Cut.
That's the one.
Yeah. So he comes with a dirty grey axe and a few hands. But yeah, he looks good. I wasn't a massive fan of the character, to be honest. I think he was better in the Snyder Cut. But he was.
Well, the Snyder Cut made more sense, so it gave him a bit of context as to what the fuck he was up to.
Yeah.
Whereas in the original one, he was just a bit of a big bastard.
Yes.
For not a lot of reason other than he worked for Darkseid. So they fleshed him out a little bit more, which was handy.
Yeah. But again, it's good if you're collecting these lines that there's people putting these figures out.
Infamous are doing. They're very good at bad guys, pumping out the bigger, more alien type of bad guys.
Yeah.
Which other companies just aren't touching. So you really don't have much choice, but these guys or custom.
Yeah, and I suppose because of the size of them, the prices are fairly high for a third party, but I suppose
that's because of the size of them, though.
Yeah, exactly.
If that was a normal 6-scale figure, like normal man size, it'd be a lot cheaper. But looking at twice the size, so you kind of get it. You're almost looking at a quarter scale, really.
Yeah,
you're not far off.
No, it's going to be about 17, 18 inches tall.
Yeah. I mean, we'd all like 16, 17 inches, to be fair. Pete's like,
it might be a bit much, but
Pete's like,
I don't want to.
No worries.
I don't want to be going all the way through and coming out the back.
No, that is a. How are you going all the way through and coming out? What the fuck are you doing?
Well, making new holes, I guess. I mean, that's a very
was a serial killer.
a very dangerous weapon. That a 17-inch penis.
That is
yeah.
high wateringly big. So, while we're talking about big knobs, we've got the Good Toys GTS 001, The Mighty God, for £109 at Q4 2022. And it looks every fucking penny of it.
Yeah, as I say, forget the cheap price. This looks like arse.
It does. I mean, the thing is, if you go like that, right, and you cover up the head,
yeah,
you can go, actually, I've got the base of what could be a decent custom, and I could do some bits with that, repaint a few bits, but the head just doesn't.
No, it's bad, and I get, you know, that this is obviously his look from the start of Love and Thunder, but it just looks weird. It's just odd. It's not a good likeness, and obviously, you know, you'd have to swap the body out really for a seamless body. And then what are you left with? You know, it's but it's £100, £110.
Wrong time to join the stream. I won't ask what you're talking.
Yeah,
about.
Shit got weird. Yeah,
It did. Pete took it to a weird place. I'm not gonna lie.
I did.
I'm not gonna lie. He really did.
So that's a pass on the Mighty God for us, I think. I couldn't see that being anywhere near my collection, to be honest.
No, it just, not good at all. This next one though, I like. So this is Toys Laboratory, the Red Commander, £142 at Q3 2022. I don't think this is too bad.
Do you not find him a bit creepy?
But he was creepy as fuck in the thing.
And has he got stormtrooper hands? They look like recasts of the Hot Toys stormtrooper hands.
They do look like it. They got that white panel on the back, but I don't know if it's a flat one.
Yeah.
So do you know in the prison scene when he's arm wrestling that big dude?
Yep.
So I've seen that guy twice in the last 2 weeks. He's a big bodybuilder type actor guy. Always plays like a bad guy. And I was sitting having a coffee with my mate at work.
Oh, okay.
And this giant guy comes limping through the terminal with this fucking big cast on his foot. And I was like, fucking hell, like, that's talking to big dicks. That is fucking eyebrow. Like, he would destroy you. Like, he looks familiar, and he just had a quick Google on his phone. He was like, "Oh, it's this guy. He was in Black Widow, and he did da da da." I thought, that's
cool.
why I recognise him. And then a couple of days ago, I'm walking back through the terminal. He was coming off of so he must have been flying out, and he was flying back. But yeah, I saw him. I was like, that's like. It was like, what the fuck? Like, huge.
Oh, okay. What is he, like a British bodybuilder or something, or
I think he
strong
started
man
off
or something like that?
Yeah, he started off as like a strong man. Now then he does like films and stuff as like bastard bad guy. But yeah, interesting fact. Well,
because obviously Hot Toys, we've seen Hot Toys version of this on some of their displays and everything. So it'd be interesting. Obviously, the current trend at the moment is we see the third party figure solicited, and then a week or two later, Hot Toys goes, we're bringing ours out. So we'll expect that. Obviously, it's going to be a lot more than £142. I think obviously the head sculpt is going to be stronger on the Hot Toys, but with the mask on, this one's all right. I mean, he's creepy, but as you say, it looks quite creepy in the film anyway.
And I think it's one of those that he's not a main character. This type of figure type thing, if you've got a massive Marvel collection and all your Hot Toys and your main characters there, and then you have this in the background, you've got like Baron Zemo and all of that kind of stuff, and they're the third party bits. You're not going to notice.
No,
they're kind of, you'll know they're
they're going to be
like blend in
towards the back. Yeah.
But yeah, not bad.
But anyway, come on, Hot Toys.
42. Yeah.
See what you got.
Yeah, they need to hurry up. Now these next two, I am loving. So this is the Snake Toys, the classic series, and this is the good for £150 at Q4 2022. I really like this, and I've been tempted by the Red Man one a couple of times. The Red Man one needs a fair bit of work because it's a shit recast. But this looks really good, and again, it looks like you're getting those seamless wrists.
Yeah.
With
That's
an actual
that's
pistol
cool.
holding
Yeah.
hand. So I think it's a really good idea.
People are going to be after the hands from that if it's got a proper pistol
Yeah.
holding hand. So, do you think that this is an original sculpt, or is this a recast of somebody
think
else's?
This is
or
probably a recast of someone
Yeah.
else's.
yeah,
I mean, these hands, if they release these separately, they'd be amazing for Han Solo.
yeah,
Because you've got the whole, like, I'm going to draw my gun type thing.
yes, yeah, definitely.
So, yeah, I very much like this.
I think it looks cool, and obviously this is snapping at the heels of Sideshow that announced their one a few months back. But yeah, it looks good.
And 150 quid. This looks excellent for 150.
Yeah.
Yeah, very much in love with that.
It is
And
cool.
then,
I'm not sure what the non-deluxe edition. We've only seen that one. Whether they're just bigging it up by saying it's deluxe when it's all the same or not. But speaking of seamless, Worldbox 8020 is a body you want to. Yeah, so they're the ones that I bought the seamless arm sets from.
Yeah.
If you are going to use them, it obviously is easier to buy the body with it because obviously they're designed to fit, and it did require a little bit of work to fit them into other bodies. But it's going to mount up if you're going to buy, 5 or 6 bodies, because obviously you get 3 sets of arms with each body, but you can only use 1 set of arms. So it's gonna mount up, but they will fit. You can quite easily adapt them to other bodies, but obviously ultimately it's better to buy it with the body. But I think they're about £60, I think, with the body, which is getting up there for a plastic jointed figure. But no, I like I do like those arms, and I think we're going to see them more and more now. And again, it works for this guy with his sleeves rolled up.
Yeah, I think they're cracking.
Yeah,
and
it's
then
cool.
Present Toys have also announced, we
Yep.
have no price for, the Cunning Killer.
I would imagine fairly similar, 140, 150 mark, yeah.
Yeah, and in particular, I'm loving these.
Yep.
Very,
So we
very
just
tempted
need
by these.
someone to bring out the ugly guy, and you got a really cool set there.
Yeah, definitely.
But you're getting a lot of access. You get 4 guns with this guy. You've got 3 with Blondie. So yeah, some good stuff.
Yeah, very much liking that. So we've gone from the good, the bad, and now we got the ugly.
Well, it's a good one, mate. Yeah, like it.
See, nice little segue.
Yeah.
So this is the Soldier Story, World War II, US 101st Airborne, 162 quid at Q4 2022. So this is effectively Private Ryan. There's been a lot of Saving Private Ryan figures coming out lately.
Yeah.
A lot of the band that goes to rescue him.
I think if you ignore the head sculpt, this looks good. Everything's good. The outfit's good. All the accessories and everything. And there's a ton of decent Matt Damon custom sculpts out there that people did for, he's at Bourne movies or stuff. And his hair doesn't change much. So I think for 160 quid, and then you spend 40 quid on you can get them pre-painted.
I think it's those teeth, but it looks like do you know in Team America, Matt Damon?
Yes.
It looks like someone has literally, that's their only reference of what
Matt
Damon looks like, and have copied it from that. It just
Bob said it.
Bob.
Matt Damon.
Exactly. So Matt Damon. It's those teeth. I think if it was a mouth, if the mouth was closed, it would look a lot better.
Yeah.
And he looks a bit
blood-eyed. It's an odd move to go with the teeth because it very rarely works, doesn't it? And you'd have been much better off with a. But I think it's good. Everything else is really cool. I think Soldier Story makes some decent stuff. So everything else looks good. Yeah.
And then we have the SSR Silver Knight Batman for 290, and the Vampire Lord Batman for 295 at Q4 2022. So these are part of their. I think they call them the custom series or something.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, so
they're limited run compared to say the first Batman they released.
Correct. Yeah. So these are more like the they did they've done a Red Sun Superman. They did the Kingdom Come Superman. So I don't know the exact quantities, but you're looking at probably low hundreds, 300, something like that. And I don't know if they're these are on sale at 1/6 kit. I don't know if other places have got them as well. But yeah, they're high priced, but they look good quality. I don't know whether they're going to have the same potential issues with the sculpts and stuff, like with the Hush Batman with the ears getting snapped off and stuff like that. Would be my only concern. But they're all on Thyssen M34 bodies as well. So that that's a decent base on that one. Yeah, I think their stuff's good. Obviously, it's it's a bit pricier, but then it's effectively a low run custom piece, and it's not far beyond Hot Toys money as things go at the moment anyway. So
no, exactly that. Exactly.
I'm not sure whether the vampire one, whether that's from like some of the old Elseworlds stories when he was bitten by Dracula, or if it's.
I think so. I'm not that familiar, if I'm honest, with those ones.
Yeah. I've got them on the shelf over there, but I've not read them for a while. That's the only time I can remember Batman being a vampire, so maybe it's to do with that. But yeah, they look good. Yeah,
they've done well. And then we've got a reissue. Is John still in the chat? So we've got the
no surprises here.
No surprises. Particularly how fucking amazingly popular this was.
Yeah.
The present toys, Raider Jones, 140 quid at Q3, Q4 this year. I this is no surprise to anyone.
Yeah.
At all. It's a really good figure.
It is.
Out the box, it's probably the best Indiana Jones you will get without going down the custom route.
Yeah, I've put in an order. I want to see it in hand, see what it's like. I think just for the sculpts, it's worth it. Obviously we were lucky enough to have some of the original, own the original ones, but I think they've come out well, and I think some people have managed to kind of reshape them a little bit.
Yeah.
Because people say they're a little bit fat, but you can, and it'd be interesting to see whether you did, John. Well, yeah, whether they'll do a straight reissue, whether they'll look at fixing the trousers, possibly.
I don't think they will. I think this is just the problem. Because this has been less, it doesn't feel like it feels like they're just releasing more as opposed to reissuing it. If you get what I mean. If this was like in a year's time or 2 years time, I'd but it just feels.
It's almost like a restock, isn't it? They've gone. Well,
it
actually,
feels like they were caught short.
Yeah.
Because people weren't expecting it to be that good.
I think so. Yeah, a lot of people were on the fence, and yeah, it turned out a lot better. They as much as the jacket is not amazing, it is leather, and that was something that they surprised people with at the last minute as well.
Compared to the Hot Toys one, it just kicks its ass.
Yeah,
I saw someone trying to sell the Hot Toys one for like 400 quid, and I was what's the point? Like and they were like, the holster, normal problems, holsters fall into bits, satchel straps go on, and I was like, fucking, what are you
not much left, is there?
Like,
you got
the
shitty head
Toys
sculpts that you can't use.
One was like 150 quid. Are you taking an absolute Steffi Graf? Like, no one's gonna.
Yeah. So I've put an order in with Unsit Kit just to see. I think there's enough usable bits in there to play around with, and 100%. A lot of people got really pissed and threw their toys out the pram when this sold out, and they suddenly saw how good it was and wanted it, and Kit got some extra ones in, and obviously they sold it instantly. Kit didn't tell us they were going to go on. There was a genuine technical issue where they went live like literally a minute before they were meant to. But yeah, it was never in doubt that they were going to make a load more, because they've sold like hotcakes, and there's still a massive demand for them.
Yeah. 100%.
So yeah, so that's due out towards the end of the year.
Yeah.
So that's good.
This next one I'm very excited for. Like gotta say. So Hot Toys Cad Bane. They teased it. I like Cad Bane. Now, would I love a comic book one? Hell yeah, I would. But I don't think that's going to happen. No. So we stuck with the Book of Boba Fett version. I like it. I didn't mind him in Book of Boba Fett.
No, it's pretty cool.
He was a bit of a cheeky bastard, but yeah, I'm looking forward to this.
Just to go back, Badfish is asking about the jacket on the end. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's leather.
Proper leather.
I think if it might need a bit of put some treatment on it, like some leather preservant, like leather wax or something, and just screw it up and stretch it a bit, and it will hang a lot better than when it comes out of the box, when it's going to be a bit stiff. But
it got so bad, Kit banned people in the Facebook group.
Yeah, it did. It got nasty.
Yeah. People really... It makes you laugh, doesn't it? They're fucking toys at the end of the day. And grown men are like...
Yeah, and, I know there's this ongoing debate about whether you should pre-order or not. And obviously, with the more prestige stuff, the higher price of Hot Toys, they don't tend to sell out now. But some of these things do. A Raiders... a Indiana Jones with 2 head sculpts and a pretty decent outfit for 140 quid.
Can't whack it, can you?
You need to jump on it if you're really serious about having one. So
caffeinated comic fan, can't you 3D print and paint and animate a head for this? Yes, but the problem you have, and I've done it with some of the troopers, is what a scrapyard, fantastic guy, does the animated stuff and he absolutely kills it. The problem is when you put those animated sculpts onto a real life body, it looks a bit weird because the proportions aren't like you're used to seeing in the animated series. You could probably get away with it more with Cad Bane because he's a gangly motherfucker anyway.
How would you deal with the face tubes though?
You just print them. You'd print them in a flexi resin.
Right.
Or you would just get tube that thin and glue it on.
So you're assuming that you should be able to remove those on the Hot Toys one.
Those will either be removed. They'll either have a bit of typical shit Hot Toys gluing that you'll just be able to heat up and pull out. Because they'll be connected to something on the body. So I've got no doubt that it will all what he's connected to on the body will be able to come off, and his head obviously will be able to come off. But I'm very much looking forward to this.
Yeah, I think that's cool. It's a interesting looking character.
Yeah, I mean the thing is these Star Wars TV shows we're getting are filling those kind of animated gaps in our collection where we like these characters and they've only really been out in Clone Wars and animated stuff. We're getting the real life versions and
I tell you, it remind me a bit of. This might be a bit of a weird one. The Mouth of Sauron from Return of the King. He's got those sort of teeth and the way he kind of moves his mouth about. Yeah.
Particularly the Book of Boba Fett version.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, it was cool.
100%. 100%. So I'm excited about this, and you're excited about this next one.
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
I
think it's really cool.
A Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah. So, movie came out, I think, in the week, or it's just out today. Looks really cool. Apparently, people are saying it's not that great, but I haven't read any reviews or anything. I think from the trailer, it looks really good. And like you were saying before, a lot of people have been buying the Mattel. Is it Mattel version?
Mattel
12-inch.
is one of them.
Yeah, and like doing a repaint and stuff on it, and they look really good. But yeah, I'm very intrigued to see what Hot Toys do with it, because it's just a really cool sort of iconic look. I know the suit's a little bit different to the toy one, obviously, but yeah, I'd definitely be. I mean, I'd say I'd be interested, but when it's like 250 quid, I'd be like no. But I'm interested to see what it looks like. I assume it'll come with this little robot cat as well.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to it. Like, I really want to see the film. But
me too.
It probably suffers from just too much hype. People are probably expecting too much from it. But Yeah, if it's watchable and the figures are a relatively decent price.
I can't see that it's going to be that bad. I mean,
No.
Disney Pixar, they very rarely make a really bad movie.
Yeah.
So
Even
I
their
think
shit films are watchable. They're not
Yeah,
they don't make
yeah.
utter shit. Do they?
Well, no, they're always gorgeous to look at, and there's always enough in it, like funny bits and stuff like that. Yeah, well, there is that Woody, isn't there? The one that's got like a realistic looking head that some.
That
It's actually
thing
just come out, I think. Yeah,
haunts your fucking
Yeah,
dreams.
it's
It is
horrible.
like nightmare fuel. Like,
But he's
the
out there,
artistry
if you
that
want
goes
it,
into it, fantastic.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it is absolutely.
it's
fucking
proper
terrifying.
pedo territory. That is.
100%. Yeah, exactly. If that was an American Horror Story,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it
yeah.
was like luring kids
Yeah.
away, you wouldn't bat an eyelid.
No,
Would
no.
not bat an eyelid.
Like
yeah.
John Wayne Gacy, he used to dress up as a clown, and
Yeah. Yeah, you wouldn't bat an eyelid. But for some reason, like the Woody figure's perfectly fucking acceptable.
Yep, yep. No, that's one of the creepiest things I've ever seen.
Talking
like,
about
yeah,
sneaking
it's cool.
into people's hobbit holes, we've got the Asmus Bilbo Baggins, so the box art's been revealed.
Yeah, so Bilbo is ready to ship. I paid my invoice off a couple of days ago, so he's about to ship, and they've just released the picture of the packaging, which is really nice. It's like his book that he, I think it's called the Book of Red March or something like that. It's his telling the story of like the Hobbit and bits and pieces.
Are you looking forward to your hat?
I am. I don't. This is an interesting. So yeah, I should have put a slide in actually. So obviously, if you don't know, the Asmus are going to be putting in a hat for their Crown Series Gandalf, because that was shit on that figure. It was a material hat which you couldn't actually get on his head because they'd kind of sewn. There was no hole for the head. People have done some mods on it, but it's not great. So they've decided to go down the route that Sideshow did originally with the sculpted hat, which is the only way really you can get that kind of cool sweeping look.
Sideshow hat's really good.
It is really good. It's the
Really
best hat out there, really, and it doesn't. I think it looks like it doesn't look out of place with the with the soft goods. So I don't have the Crown Series Gandalf, so to me it's just a bonus because I don't need the hat. But there's been a bit of controversy because obviously people want to get this hat, and as I said, they're not going to sell the hat, so they've kind of accepted that the hat they put out was not great, so they're doing this as a kind of a make piece for customers. But obviously with the way shipping is at the moment, they didn't want to have to just send them out.
I thought they have said they're now going to just send them out. If you contact them.
if you pay the shipping, they will now. Yeah,
is
yeah.
like
It's like $30 or something. Yeah,
$30
20.
or something.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah.
that long.
They weren't originally, so they were going to stick the hat in with every purchase of Bilbo, or any other purchase made on their website from the day they said this was happening. They're now probably going to stick it in with. I could end up with loads of these because if they stick one in with Gollum as well, and they've got a Boromir not reissue as such. They're doing a new Boromir, so basically everything will be exactly the same apart from the head sculpt being updated. Head sculpt. So
I think Rain just wins it for the comments.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
It's wrong.
I love that song.
And
It's great. I love the video.
Leonard Nimoy singing the Bilbo Baggins song.
Yeah,
100%.
it's so bizarre. So hopefully, I haven't had a shipping notice yet, but hopefully this will be out. Although, again, it used to be free shipping on Asmus, and those days are gone now. So I had to pay. Yeah. It was only $18, so it wasn't a fortune.
Yeah, it's
but
not bad then.
No, it's not bad. It's not bad. So yeah, this is looking forward to this. A lot of people aren't keen because the head sculpts are a bit odd. You've got either the really mean looking one or the one where he's like trying to snatch the ring, which is awful. But maybe down the line they might do a happier face. I don't know. But yeah, so he's on his way. But I like the packaging.
I still really want the young Bilbo.
Yeah, that's a great figure.
I want the young Bilbo, and I want a couple of custom just fuck off hands for it because
Yeah,
I do.
yeah.
Because I'm weird like that.
We know you love that.
And I would love that. It would be the best thing ever. Absolute best thing ever.
Surely you can print those. Someone must have done it. Yeah.
Well, to be fair, I'll just print a normal pair of hands and then scale them down a bit.
Yeah.
It's like a child's flipping me off.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Cool. So let's go straight into it.
Shenanigans! Shenanigans! Shenanigans!
What shenanigans have we got today, Pete? I see two familiar faces.
Yeah. I suppose not shenanigans as such, but best place for them. So we've got a couple of things. We've got Iconic Studios. Yeah, good
all
stuff.
Shenanigans aren't bad. There's
no.
good stuff. This is good shenanigans today.
Yeah. So we've got a post out from Iconic, good friend of the show, Andy. Basically, it says, as you know, Patrick Bateman is a man who believes in taking care of himself with a balanced diet and a rigorous exercise routine. In the morning, if his face is a little puffy, he'll put on an ice pack while doing stomach crunches. He can do 1,000 now, and that's only the start of his meticulous morning preparations. This means that sometimes it takes him a little longer to get ready than planned. Love it. Love the humour. So basically, unfortunately, due to some intermittent lockdowns with our manufacturing area, we've had to delay our 1/6 scale Patrick Bateman figure from American Psycho to Q3 2022. So I assume it was meant to release this quarter, was it, originally?
Yeah.
And we're almost into Q3 now anyway, so it's probably not a massive delay. We'll keep you all updated with more specific dates as things progress. Please be sure that all orders are secure and will be processed as soon as they're ready, unlike your reservations at Dorsia.
See, that's how you delay something.
Yeah.
It gives you
yeah.
an exact reason why it's not, it's not mugging anyone off. It's
No.
got a bit of humour about it.
Yeah.
Not got a problem with that.
No one's going to moan about that.
Reason. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It isn't, we forgot to put something in and now we're going to put it in, or it's not like, we just haven't let anyone fucking know about anything and then it was due 6 months ago and it's delayed, fucking deal with it. Blinded. Proper way to deal with it.
Yep. So that's cool. So it's probably a little bit longer to wait, and I think this is because there's still mass parts of China that are in lockdown and stuff like that. So
Andy was saying to us, wasn't he? Like it's not just the lockdowns where they've been having rolling blackouts. They'll be working in their factory.
That's right.
Day, all the power will go off, and even if they've got stuff they can do without power, they don't have any lights. It's shit like that. You just don't. Realise so
no, because they've got no windows. They haven't the luxury of windows.
And you get one case of COVID, your whole workplace is shut down.
Yep. So it's
it's on this go work from home bollocks. It's
unavoidable.
Seriously.
And then back to Gandalf and in art this time. So as you probably all know, there's been a lot of hoo-ha about the fact that they weren't including the Moria staff with their Gandalf release, and Zach has been on an epic mission to bully and harass them into adding what is a necessary accessory, especially when you're paying $500 for a figure. Whether or not it's going to light up, that's probably not, but it's good to have it there. So basically, they've come out today and they've said, after careful consideration, the in-art team has decided to add the Moria staff used by Gandalf the Grey in the Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring, to be closer to the movie character. And I like the fact that they said this change is in large part is due to the feedback from the collector community. In-art is dedicated to making the finest quality figures with next-level screen accuracy, and this edition is in keeping with this philosophy. All collectors who have and want to pre-order the in-art 1/6 collectible Gandalf the Grey can get the new accessories. I don't know why it says accessories, maybe something else, as we expect to provide more posability options for you. So it looks like there might be some other bits and pieces coming. But I like the fact that they've not just come out and gone, we've decided to add this, like a Hot Toys or someone else might have done. They've actually said, look, we've listened to you guys. We kicked back to start with, but you've been very persistent, and we kind of see, that you're right. So then John's put up this nice.
It was a glaring omission. Like,
yeah.
I don't know why you wouldn't.
Every other version that Sideshow, Asmus has had.
I'd understand it if all the other accessories came from the point where he's out the Moria mines and he's got all his stuff from that point, but nothing before that point.
Yeah.
So it kind of makes sense. But it's like they've just gone, oh, we'll give him one of them, some of that, a bit of this. There was no consistency in what they were giving you. So at least this now kind of makes sense.
Yep, and then our good friend John put a nice little post there, that he's super excited for this release, and huge thank you to Zach for spearheading the campaign. And it's great that obviously they've had John from Queen Studios on their show, and it's always it's fantastic. Like this, the same that we've got with Andy as well. It's fantastic to have to be able to talk to somebody on that's actually got some control over how things are done, and that
it's
with
a
these
real
companies.
eye-opener, because it's things that just you think just don't make any sense, and when it's explained, you go, that makes complete sense.
Yeah.
But it's like a dark art. No one wants to tell you. But when someone's open and honest and just goes, well, this is why these delays happen, or this is why this happens, or this is why we can only get this or this or this. It's not a problem. People understand.
No.
So it's really nice to have.
I think it's great. I'm still not going to buy. That wasn't what was holding me back. I'm no doubt it's going to be fantastic, but I'm not going to be paying that sort of money. But I'm happy for the people that have ordered it or been on the fence that they can go ahead and order now and know that they're going to get this stuff, which is cool. And hopefully maybe some other little accessories they're maybe alluding to there, whether it's some different hands or whatever. Any extra stuff's good.
They basically said, we do this.
They did.
Yeah.
But it's good. It shows the power of the network really, and that we kind of we've got nearly 2,000 voices behind us now with our subscriptions and things like that. So it's good. It's good.
Yeah. Well done, boys. It's really nice.
Excellent.
To
very
see
good.
That, so cool. Right. Let's have a look.
Custom Corner.
I'll let you run with this one, mate.
So, Inigo, one of our favourite sculptors, has chucked up he says a low res print. It looks pretty damn high res to me. A low res print of his Marty sculpt. Now, like I said, if I had the cash, I would be on this because I think that's fantastic. The only thing that, and this is everyone who ever does a Marty, it's always that looking at your watch expression. I'd love just a normal Marty sculpt, which is why I quite like the Back to the Future 2 Marty sculpt, because it's just he's not squinting at his watch, or he's not doing that shocked face where he first sees the DeLorean. But I think this is fantastic. It's a really good upgrade. I think Inigo's just really good at what he does. And these, I think it could potentially be a little bit bigger. Just a smidge, but I think that's probably the jacket throwing it off more.
Yeah, I like it, but I just personally feel it's one of those figures that doesn't need an upgrade. I don't mind the sculpt. I think it's okay, and I think it's better. I prefer the original one to the reissue one with Einstein, to be honest.
Yeah. Now, if I had the reissue, I'd probably be more inclined to try and sell a few bits and get this.
Definitely.
But as I've got the original and I'm quite happy with that.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Yeah, it's not a definite need. It'd be nice to have, but and again for yourself, you can paint it yourself, so it's more of a it's a less considered purchase. But yeah.
And I always wonder when anyone prints anything, why they cure it with the raft on and all the supports. For me, I wash it and I do it in warm water and they just pop straight off. Like, it just seems that's making way more work for yourself. Yeah,
it's a bit odd, isn't it? I mean, it gives it a little stand to put on your palm, but
well, that stand bit is the raft. Right. So if you don't print it with a raft, all these supports are just on little bits that sit on your build plate. So when you try and get it off, sometimes it's stuck like shit to a blanket. So the raft, so you print the raft and everything on the raft, and then that's why it's got that lip. So you get a scraper underneath it and it just pops it straight off.
Okay.
So if you ever see that, that's why it's for printing. But I love that. absolutely love that
yeah,
sculpt.
it looks
I
good.
think it's great. And then I was going to throw the Sideshow Luke head away, and I thought, do you know what? I've not painted anything 6 scale in a little while. I'll sit down and I'll paint it, and if it comes out okay, I'll keep it. If it doesn't, I'll bin it, because I really wasn't holding up much hope for the sculpt at all, just with the basic paint that's on there.
Yeah.
Actually, once I repainted it, I think it is now, for me, the eyes are too big. Like, Sideshow make eyes way too big.
Yeah.
And the hair on this is, like I said before, it's very scene specific to when he's handcuffed in front of Vader. Because half his hair is kind of perfect, and then he has this big like clump out the side. And it was only when I was painting this, I was watching Return of the Jedi, and all the way through I was like, what the fuck is up with the hair on this? And it was when they got to that scene,
you saw
that's
it,
what
like,
they've done.
there we go.
So
Yeah.
they picked it from that particular scene.
And it comes with the cuffs. They both did the hots as well, but it's not really a scene that most people are going to want to put on their shelf, is it? No.
Yeah, exactly. Bondage Luke, no one really wants it.
No.
But I think from the eyes down, the sculpt itself is actually really good.
Yeah, it looks
It's
good.
got all his scarring on his lip. It's got all of that. But the
It's
Hot
just
Fuzz one
brought
doesn't
out
have.
so much more detail than the Sideshow paints was just really flat.
There is so much detail in it. I was genuinely surprised. In fact, the moment I undercoated it, and this is a weird thing, people are putting up lots of videos of how they paint stuff. And it turns out I paint stuff in a completely different way to everyone else, because I
Right.
prime stuff. Like,
Yeah.
because people print stuff in a flesh colour, and then they put washes and stuff like that on it, but they don't ever prime it. So I'm always like, how's that paint sticking to anything? It's weird. But yeah, he just, there was no detail to anything, because the paint was just so flat. I mean, at the moment I've got it on the Luke up there, but I have ordered the recast of the Hot Toys windswept hair.
Right. Yeah.
So what I potentially might do is look at taking that hair piece and dribbling the hair off of this and put it on that and seeing what it looks like.
Yeah.
Just because. I've
So
got no
that doesn't
use
that
for
doesn't
this.
come off on this one. It's attached. It's all
No, I
part
have
of
to Dremel it off.
Yeah.
Now I think it is 2 parts, but it's just glued like shit to a blanket.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I might do that and just see what it looks like, and then if I don't like it, I'll just pop the hair back on the other one and do it. I might as well fuck about with it. I've got it.
Yeah. No, it looks alright. Yeah. That's
But
good.
yeah, it's come out not too bad. Not too bad on that one.
Yeah.
But I've got another couple of bits and pieces to start. They've come through.
Yeah, I think as you say, I think the mouth area, the jaw, and everything looks really good, and you've got these little like mole and the scar and stuff. Yeah, it does look good.
It's just because the eyes are too big.
Yeah.
But if you go from underneath the eyes down, you go, okay, that's Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
Right?
Definitely.
Not a problem. It's
Yeah.
just the hair and the eyes they've just made slightly too big, and then that paint that they've whacked in where he's just got eyeliner on and there's no shading or detail to it whatsoever.
No.
But yeah, so that was what I
cool.
worked on. Oh, and then I did do some little orcs on bikes. And
Oh,
shit
yeah.
like that. So some more little dudes with lots of mud, and if it's going to actually focus, and lots of blood and shit, because slowly I will get there, and I will paint up my 40k army, which I need to do, because there's just so much of it, so much of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so TV and film then, Pete. There's been a lot.
Yeah.
There's been
So I saw Jurassic World Dominion at the weekend.
I haven't seen it yet, and we were going to book to go see it, and then we heard a load of bad things about it. Well, not bad things. That it just was the weakest in the series and not the best Jurassic Park.
I think so. To start, we went and saw it in 3D 4DX, so the experience was brilliant. Rocked you all over the place. It was very good. I think the criticism is the fact that it kind of has this sort of serious ecological kind of story behind it. in terms of like a pharmaceutical company breeding locusts and stuff that are wiping out certain crops and not others. So that's the kind of it's like a heist movie. They're going to get in and find the proof, and obviously around that you've got all the dinosaurs and stuff that are kind of basically just roaming free.
Yeah.
But it's good. You've got the original cast back. Obviously the dinosaurs and that are cool, and you get to see them in a lot of different environments and bits and pieces. So I wouldn't say it's a bad movie. I'd say it's probably a 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
I think the first Jurassic World was definitely the best of the bunch, and then dropping a little behind. But I think I really enjoyed it, and it finishes the story off quite nicely. It's good to see like Sam Neill and Jeff Goldblum and is it Laura Dern?
Holdo. Captain Holdo, isn't it?
Oh right, yeah.
Oh, not Captain Admiral Holdo.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Yeah. So I wouldn't discourage you going to see it. I think it's good fun.
I think the problem was we were really geared up to see it, and then we heard it wasn't as good as the other films and stuff. So we were like,
yeah, probably
okay,
not.
We're never not going to see it, but I was just like, do we want to spend like the 40 quid to go and see it?
Yeah.
Is it a 40 quid film, or is it wait till it comes out on digital and just
difficult one, because I think you still get, there's still the experience of like the whacking great dinosaurs and all that sort of thing. It's good to see it on the big screen, but yeah, maybe not a necessity, but it's still good fun, so yeah, I think it's worth going to see. But I still like going to the cinema. There's something, I kind of felt that with the whole lockdown thing that I'd never be bothered about going back to the cinema again, but I've actually really enjoyed like this year going back and seeing some movies and that.
I hate people though. That's my
I do as well. But we try and go like as early in the morning as we can, and we mostly avoid other people.
I think if you see the film early on in its run, like within the first week, everyone there wants to watch the film. They paid, they want to watch it.
Yeah.
If you go like 2-3 weeks later,
oh,
you get all the dickhead kids and people who've seen it a few times and who have just bored and just watching it, and they're the people that fuck me off. I've quite enjoyed. We went to see The Bad Guys. It was for juniors, so I took my boy along, and it was like £6 a ticket. You don't really care if the kids are being a bit noisy because they're fucking kids. That was really good.
And it's cost £6.
Yeah, so I've enjoyed taking him to stuff, but when it comes to stuff I want to watch, I'm very much like, actually, I can live without seeing that. It's only really the stuff like Star Wars, some of the big, like No Way Home, absolutely had to see that at the cinema.
Yeah,
Doctor Strange.
Mavericks one.
Wasn't that bothered about?
I would see it at the cinema if you can.
Yeah.
But that's kind of. But the thing is, so you're going to go and see Minions? Rise of Gru?
I'll probably take him. Yeah, I'll probably take him.
Yeah, we love the Minions. I've loved all of them so far. So we're booked in for that. That's the weekend after next. That's out, I think.
Yeah. See, that's definitely going to hit movies for juniors. So I'm quite happy just to wait for that.
Mm-hmm.
And do that.
Yeah. So Stranger Things. I think when we did the last show, you like watched them all the first couple of days.
Absolutely
and
fucking gained it.
Couldn't comment at that point because I hadn't started it, but me and the missus have watched them all now. Absolutely loved it.
What do you think of the last episode of the first half?
Yeah, I really liked it.
Did you see that coming?
Nope.
I didn't until halfway through the episode when I was like, I think I might see where this is, because first I was like, he's a bit of a bastard. I think he's going to be a bastard. And then when he was like, look at my wrist, I was like, I think I might know who you might end up being.
Yeah. And I think I'm just interested to know whether or not when she did what she did to him and it did what happened, whether that was just pure luck or whether that was planned, whether they knew that she would open that That's the interesting bit.
My theory is that by her pushing him into there,
yeah,
he's effectively made that world. Mm-hmm. So he's made the upside down, whatever they call it, the upside down.
Yeah,
world.
upside down. Yeah,
And that's where it kind of comes from.
yeah.
But yeah, we'd find out because the second half is in a couple of weeks.
Yeah,
time.
it's weird because I kind of had it in my head this was the final series, but it isn't.
Same here. I did not realise it was split in two until the end episode.
And the reason why, well, no, but then there's another whole series after this one. So
okay, there's a fifth series.
Yeah, there's a fifth series because I thought what they were doing is that this was going to be like this was season 4, and then the second part would be kind of season 5 because the episodes in this one are all really long, aren't they? Like an hour and a half, hour and 15. And then the next two, I think the first one's an hour and 3/4, and the other one's 2.5 hours. So I just assumed this was the end of it, and they needed to have these really long episodes to wrap it all up. But apparently, no, there is
films. You've now
They are.
got 2 films.
Yeah, but no, there is going to be a 5th season afterwards. So,
Right.
but
So
I
realise
think
I
it's
thought
really
it was
good,
the fourth
and I
one,
think
yeah.
it's kind of got better and better as it's gone along, and you kind of get. I think I got a bit annoyed that it took 7 episodes for them to even get to Hopper. That felt like it was dragged out a little bit.
It felt like a bit of an afterthought.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely
But
did
all
feel
the other
like that.
stuff with it and all the like 11 going back and experiencing what happened and stuff, I really enjoyed it. And it's only first of July, so we've only got a couple of weeks left.
So my plan
for
is
those.
once I've watched all of Series 4, I'm going to go back and watch it from the beginning because it's been such a long time since I've seen it.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
the
Yeah,
first
luckily I've
3
watched it
series.
all recently because I watched the first 3 series and then I got my missus into it, so I've watched them all in the last year. So you get more out of it there.
Yeah.
And obviously Obi-Wan, we had
Yeah.
episode 5 yesterday. What did you think?
Amazing. Loved it.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely loved it. Now, I'm not one of these people that fucking will just cunt it off for the sake of cutting it off. I've seen a lot of criticism about it, and I'm just like, I don't get where that comes from. I understand there's a few bits in the beginning where I was like, this doesn't quite make sense, but the last few episodes they've wrapped up a lot of that, so I don't really have any lingering questions. There's a bit where, okay, why doesn't you get the impression that Leia doesn't know Obi-Wan Kenobi?
Yeah.
She's a bright girl. She should be able to figure out Ben Kenobi and Obi-Wan Kenobi are the same person. Everyone on Tatooine should be able to fucking realise that at this point. Considering they're quite openly calling him Ben as well in front of people who know him as Obi-Wan. So that's always a little bit strange. But the last episode in particular I thought was fantastic. I kind of get the impression, and this happens a lot with Star Wars, is that because of the backlash from the de-aging of Luke, that they probably went, let's not de-age Anakin.
Yeah.
Let's not do that. Let's just put some makeup on him and maybe tweak him a little bit. But let's not, because people really didn't like that before.
No.
But the problem is, in between that, we've now had a better Luke in in Book of Boba Fett. So when you had that flashback bit, it oddly enough, it really worked for Obi-Wan. Because no matter how old he is, he always looks like Obi-Wan.
Yeah, because I was trying to work out whether they'd actually had done any of the deep fake de-aging stuff, but
I think they might have done a little bit, but not as they didn't go as balls deep as they had.
And they didn't need to be honest, because obviously they don't, as you say, they don't look massively different. Whereas Mark Hamill,
I think Anakin did. He definitely. I think, but the problem with that was because they went for his episode 2 look. If they'd gone for slightly further afield, like maybe not long before he turned to the dark side, because he was only made he was never made a master, was he? That was the point. So they could have done it from episode 3, and he probably wouldn't have looked as old as he did before, because he kind of looked a bit like
but I think you're right. I think you just kind of suspend your disbelief and go with it. It was good to have.
But again, I think that's only because of the fucking backlash from old, CGI Luke. So it's kind of like they can't win. They can't win.
Yeah, Equan makes a good point there. Yeah, Kenobi can learn a thing from Stranger Things and not make its episodes 20 minutes long with 15 minutes of recaps, intros, and credits. Yeah.
I mean, what a lot of the Marvel stuff does that though. You look at runtime and go an hour, 20 minutes of credits, and you go,
yeah,
no.
And there's people looking there going, "Oh, I saw an Easter egg there. I saw something." You know, and they've all done it. Boba Fett, Mandalorian, they've all got really long credits and stuff.
Yeah.
It is a shame because you just want more and more content, and they do seem to fly past. You know, when it's. I mean, obviously we've only got one episode left of this series, although it looks like there is going to be another one.
I mean, the last episode was my favourite so far. Because, particularly the Vader bits, because you saw Vader, like when we saw him walking through that. When we saw him walking through the village, and as soon as he clocks that Obi-Wan's watching him, his whole demeanour changes, and he's just been as brutal as fucking possible in order to lure Obi-Wan out.
Yeah,
he's snapping necks,
just
massacring people because he knows Obi-Wan's watching him. When he's facing, is it Reva? Is that her name?
Yeah,
I can't remember.
yeah.
When he's facing Reva, doesn't remotely. He's literally just sidestepping her. Fuck off with the Force, like fuck off. Takes a saber, has a bit of fun with her. Like he is literally just doesn't give a shit. She's no threat to him whatsoever.
No.
And it really, what I'm liking about this is you always got the impression in the original trilogy. You always got the impression that Vader was scary. You never really got the impression that he was pure fucking hatred.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was always like he was just that big, ominous presence. In this, it kind of harks back to some of the comics and stuff where he's an absolute fucking savage.
Yeah.
Because
really
he's just
sadistic. Yeah.
a burning ball of pure rage.
Yeah.
He's fucking livid because he's lost his missus, he's lost his kids, he's turned to the dark side in order to fucking keep them. He's been hideously scarred and deformed, and he's just fucking hates everything. He's in constant pain. He's just an absolute bastard, and you never really. So you were starting to see how absolutely fucking brutal he is. And
and I like the fact
he's
that
not skipped a beat since Order 66. He's not skipped a beat. So he's been constantly at it. Whereas Obi-Wan's been sitting in a hut somewhere.
Yeah.
So we kind of got Obi-Wan feeling out the Force again and starting to use his saber again and get back into the flow of it. But Vader's like, no, fuck off. I've not.
Yeah.
Like, fuck them
No,
up.
he's cool.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that Disney's not shied away from that side of it, and they've gone for it and gone, yeah, he's a fucking cunt. He's a bastard. Do not fuck with him. But yeah, really good. I'm hoping that the last episode's going to be, you know, a bit longer, at least an hour.
Yeah.
And it'd be interesting to know where they finish it up, because to all intents and purposes, I got the impression they weren't going to do another series. It was just going to be this one. But
the problem is in this series they're giving them a really good reason to leave Tatooine. So if in the next series, the problem is they can't keep having him interacting with the rebellion and interacting with Vader.
No.
They kind of have to go, okay, him hopping around the galaxy is this series, and they have to leave it. They can't keep doing it.
No.
The only thing I think they could potentially do for the second series would be to look at the book and draw some inspiration from the book, because at the moment he's still just in a cave. He's not found his little hut, unless he finds that at the end of this series.
It'll be cool. I think the next series, if you based it more around that book, you could do another series, but then it would be another series based on Tatooine, which we're starting to get a bit Tatooined out, because how much important shit can happen at this place. Yeah.
That the idea was meant to be the arse end of nowhere, that they could hide Luke. Yet all this shit keeps going on there, like.
Yeah, and it's still 10 years away from the New Hope storyline as well. So
because you get the impression that he. Well, it's weird because you got the impression that he kind of knew Ben Kenobi in A New Hope, that he'd kind of known him before, but then he literally says, "I'm looking for Ben Kenobi," and it's like, well, he goes, "Yeah, does he mean know Ben?" Like. You kind of think, well, you do know him, but how?
I don't know if he'd ever met him or whether he just knew of him. It was like a name that everyone knew about, this old hermit that just, you know, strange man that lived out on his own and stuff.
Probably got a little bit of wiggle room there, but it kind of needs. To me, I think one series would be perfect.
Yeah.
But I'm happy if we get another one. But I just think they run the risk of kind of pushing it too far.
Yeah. I don't know if it's just because it's been unexpectedly popular, but I don't think there's any surprise to anyone that you bring back such an iconic character and obviously a great actor playing him as well. It's always going to do well. But
100%. 100%. But yeah, I'm loving Kenobi.
Yeah.
Very much so. Very much so.
Shame it's nearly over for this series anyway.
I know. So, Pete, I think that is pretty much just done. Take us away, my man.
Yeah. So we're just going to thank all the beautiful angels that are our Patreon supporters: Sean Fear, Ian Seeby, Rene Mendes, Eric Mariscal, Quinn Aguirre, King Louis, Mark Pearson, Paul Schreiber, James Colley, Equan, Chris Van Serena, Ben Thomas, Chris Leddy, David Jones, Sam Gist, Daminator, Joao Brader, Danny Lee, Dinny Martin, Stephen Crett, Big Fern, King Zach, Susan Marroquin, Mark Phillips, Lisa Martin Bermondsky, Rick De Gregorio, beloved, beautiful John, the Everyday Collector, Ricardo Valdez, Jose CZ, Owen Asusina, Illustrious Rainer, Alid Morgan, Takar 3. Oh, and happy birthday, Rainer.
Happy birthday. I was going to say at the beginning, top man.
Yeah.
Top man,
And
Rainer, top man.
Just turned 30, the young whippersnapper. Takar 3, yeah, I know. It's a lot longer ago for me, mate. Takar 3 Wah, Derek Bierzynski, Carlos Savija, Matt Clevenger, Seth Tucker, CC3PO, Scott Smith, Don Maton, Jimmy James, Stephen Purchase, Sean Yahtzee, Scott Bradley, Stephen Rhea Stanley, Eddie Manzanares, Louis Bennett, Chip Perrin, Jimmy Hernandez, Gigi the Judgmental, and Brenton Palmer. Thank you all very much for your continued support. Much appreciated. Thanks, Ryan.
Thank you, man.
We also have if you are interested in joining the Patreon, we got the Sweet Angel tier, $5 a month, with 6% straight to your door, as well as access to Ox After Dark replay. Certified Crispy, $15 a month. Tier includes an official Certified Crispy certificate on first pledge. This is a figure fixes by Zach, and all the benefits of the previous tier. And the What a Guy gets you the What a Guy exclusive Pot of Good Deluxe set on the first pledge. Does all the stickers we send, so you can give them to your friends and family, and all the benefits of the previous tiers. So for the on the right there, we've got the Pog set, which is really cool. Obviously unpunched on the card, so you can either pop them out or keep them as they are. And the two stickers we've got for June are the Oxbucks sticker and the very fitting for his birthday, the
I love
Rainer
that sticker.
Air Jesus 3000 or 5000 sandal sticker. Absolutely love that. That's really cool. So if you get on board for June, you can get those. And obviously there'll be some new ones coming out. I think our next one will be right at the end of June. It'll be the last day of June. So we'll have the July benefits for you then. YouTube channel members, we've got Mojo Z78, Absolute Irwin, Test Just 1, DK Avenger 702, OMFG Rick, S Beam, Andres IB, Daminator Sam Gist, Thomas Clark, OG Fan, Penrikers, Mark Pearson, Ben Thomas, Paul Schreiber, Andrew Gibo, CC3PO, Lima Hernandez, Carlito, CT603, and beloved ex-CW but still major fan and friend of the show, Eddie Mendez. Good to see Eddie. If you want to join that, rest in peace. No, he's we lost a good man from the network, but he still appears on quite a lot of the streams, so he's still around.
He's a good lad. We like him.
He is. Love Eddie. He was a legend when he was on the show when they were helping me when you were off sick, mate. It was good. With Dan as well, Danny. So if you want, Mark, sorry, man, but you're here. You've made it. So,
Mark, mate, I was listening to you on CW, and you were pissed.
It's those vodka cranberries. He's
amazing. I've said it before. He's my favourite drunk.
He's brilliant. He's a menace to society.
Yeah.
So if you want to become a YouTube channel member, if you're on the Patreon list, it's 99 cents a month. You get loyalty badges and emojis, and obviously member shout outs on the show. Or you can still join if you're not a Patreon. You can join the Peanut Gallery for $2.99 a month, and you get all the same perks as the Patreon people. We have a Collective Weekly t-shirts on TeePublic if you want to buy some swag. I'm going to just pop a link in the chat there. They've got some cool stuff there, and then we've got sales on, so you can get yourself a reasonably cheap t-shirt to show your support. And that is my bit done, so I'll hand over to you.
And this is us. This is the network. This is the many, many shows we have. All great guys. All absolutely fantastic guys.
Oh, hang on. What's going on there?
The slide's gone.
I know. What's going on? Hang on. It'll be back. You should know them all anyway, mate. But
I should know them all. Let's see if I can do it by
hang on.
memory. So, we've got us, Only Fools and Collecting, the Jewel in the Crown, the reason we're all here. We've got the CW Boys, which is every week. We've got the Collectors Club, which is clubbing of collectors. They pick a collector and they club them to death. We've got After Dark, which is the back-to-back masturbation, which they've got have a custom-built masturbatorium that they go into, which is sticky.
Masturbatorium, love it.
Yeah, it's the proper lingo. We take masturbating very seriously. Bricks and Brews, which is all about drinking as much as you can, then throwing bricks through people's windows. We've got Small Talk, which is a support group for people with small penises. The Ringcast for the anal fans, and Live and Let Dice for the virgins. So we have our entire network there.
Yeah.
So if you believe that, you'll believe anything. All great shows. All do what they say on the tin. Collecting Weekly Unboxing as well. That's the only one I left out.
Yeah.
But yeah, well worth a watch. Top guys. All know
hopefully
their stuff.
might be a Ringcast next weekend. Trying to get that together. So it's been a while.
That would be. By any chance, would we be talking about the Gandalf?
Probably.
Gandalf? Probably.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So,
yeah, definitely. Might do. Yeah.
I'm halfway through The Hobbit with my boy, reading him the book. We just got to the bit where the Eagles have just come and fucking rescued him from the arsehole wolves.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So we're trudging along with that, but he's loving it. He's absolutely loving it.
Look at that!
So,
I got the cool pointer up somehow.
Look at that! You got the pointer that looks like you're just going to assassinate stuff.
Yeah. Just collecting weekly clips. Check out our channel, youtube.com/c/collecting weekly. Some funny shit on there. Go check it out.
Yeah, it is good. So that's us, isn't it? We are done.
Yep.
We are finished. We are sorted. So thank you everyone for joining us.
Thanks
it's been
a lot.
A good show. And
it's good.
Powered through that.
Yeah, that's quite good for under 2 hours for us. That's quite good. I think we were on the money today. It was good. We had we had 25 people watching live at one point, which is good. And averaged about 20. So thanks for tuning in live, everyone. And we'll see you in a couple of weeks.
We certainly will. We will see you later.
Yeah.
Catch you later.
Cheers,
Bye.
everyone.